It has been a little more than 18 months since David DePape broke into Speaker Nancy Pelosi's home and violently attacked her husband. Today, a judge sentenced DePape to 30 years in prison. Here's NBC Bay Area's Sergio Quintana in San Francisco.
David DePape is sentenced to 30 years in a federal prison with credit for time served for the 18 months he's already been in jail throughout the trial process. After the hearing, a spokesman read a statement for U.S. Attorney Ismail Ramsey.
The court's sentence will ensure that DePape will not be able to use violence to pollute the political process.
In court, David DePape stood mostly motionless during the entire hearing. U.S. District Judge Jacqueline Scott Corley said she weighed the fact that DePape had no prior arrests, but she also considered the violent attack on Paul Pelosi, DePape's intentions to do harm to then Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi, and the effects this attack has had on the U.S. political system. The judge said such an attack on an elected leader's family member is unprecedented in this country. We have to consider that we will have excellent leaders decide not to run for office because they don't want to risk danger to their family, Judge Corley said. In court, Christine Pelosi read a victim impact statement on behalf of her mother and father. Speaker Emerita Nancy Pelosi's office also issued a short statement thanking people for their support of her husband after the attack. But because DePape is still facing state charges, she declined to comment on today's federal sentence. DePape's son was not allowed in court because he forgot his ID, but when reporters told him afterwards his father was given 30 years, he said,
I think that's quite sad. I think that's a really long time because if you think about it, right, he's already nearly 50. He's basically, it's just a death sentence.
Judge Corley also sentenced DePape to supervised probation, but said it likely won't be enforced because he'll be deported back to Canada after serving his time. David DePape is also facing state charges, which include attempted murder. Jury selection in that trial begins next week. At the U.S. District Courthouse in San Francisco, I'm Sergio Quintana, NBC Bay Area News.
Okay, thank you, Sergio.